Hi folks, this is a video that I'm going to make on expanding and simplifying polynomials. This video is actually by request from one of my grade 10 students. I was having a bit of trouble on this one, so I hope this helps. So the question says to expand and simplify, and this question gives us a polynomial here of 2x squared plus 3x plus 2, and from that I'm going to subtract x minus 5 in brackets squared. It's pretty straightforward, but one of the things that's going to catch a lot of students is this second term right here, this polynomial here, this x minus 5 squared, and the fact that I'm subtracting it. So where are we going to start? Well, the first thing I'm going to do when I'm going to solve a problem like this is expand. What do they mean by expand? They mean to multiply this out. The simplify is the combining of like terms when all of the multiplication is complete. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to simply write down my 2x squared plus 3x plus 2 and the minus sign, or negative if you will. Why am I doing that? Well, because there's no operational multiplication here, and order of operations tells us that we have to do any multiplying or powers first. So I'm just writing this down because I'm not going to touch that for a little while. All right, so x minus 5 squared. So what does that really mean? That actually means x minus 5 times itself twice. So x minus 5 times x minus 5. That is my multiplication. Some students will try and square these. There's a lot of mistakes that you see made, but really what this means is whatever the heck is in this bracket times it by itself. All right, so I've got this 2x squared plus 3x minus plus 2, and I'm going to subtract from that the answer to this. So I'll write down this again. I'll leave my negative sign, and I make a nice big bracket because of this minus, I'm going to put all of this back in brackets when I'm done, because then I'm going to subtract it. So what do? I go x times x. Well, x times x is x squared. My second step is to take the x and multiply it against negative 5. Well, negative 5 times x is negative 5x. Then I'm going to go negative 5 times x, which is going to give me negative 5x. And finally, negative 5 times 5, which gives me positive 25. Cool. That completes my expand. I do have to do one more step before I simplify, though, and that's this negative 5, negative 5x. Those two negative 5s, I can simplify that inside the bracket first. So I write down 2x squared plus 3x plus 2, or write down the negative, and then I simplify. Negative 5 plus negative 5, or negative 5 minus 5, however you want to look at it, is negative 10x. The two negatives combining to be a bigger negative. Now I'm on to my last step of simplification. So I'm going to take like terms and I'm going to subtract them from the first set of like terms. So 2x squared subtract x squared gives me x squared. 3x subtract negative 10x gives me 13x, negative negative, positive. And finally 2 subtract 25 gives me negative 23. There is my final solution, expanded and simplified. Live long and math on.